And now to a frightening discovery in Virginia Beach. A next-door post alerted us to this one. Someone found a snake slithering around the window of their Cape Story home.
Now we're digging into that now viral post. 13 News Now reporter Adriana Alba talked to the person who found it.
4-year-old Sam was just lying around the house. Then he spotted this, a young eastern black rat snake slithering right outside of the windowsill.
He yells at me, "Mom, Mom, there's a snake outside." And I didn't come over right away. I'm like, oh, no, there's not. And sure enough, I finally came over and there was a little snake popping out of the window here.
The snake lingered around for about 5 minutes. Luckily, this window was closed that day. But now, Sam is keeping his eyes peeled, hoping to get another glimpse of it.
I'm knocking on the window so the snake comes out.
Oh.
You want him to come back?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Snaky.
Snaky.
Snaky is common here in Virginia. This type of snake is not poisonous, but it did have them scared.
Because it had a distinct head and a different pattern, I thought, we don't want to toy with that.
The Virginia Department of Game and Inland Fisheries says the snake's pattern is because it's young. Once it matures, it'll take on the full black color.
If you don't want to have snakes around your house, just take a few precautions by, again, cleaning up brush piles, rocks, removing bird feeders.
Back at home, this mom is getting some grief.
We have 2 bigger boys, and I showed them pictures, and they were so upset that we didn't catch it.
Yeah. That could be my pet.
Yeah.
In Virginia Beach, Adriana de Alba, 13 News Now.